Hey there everyone, EnnuiGoblin here once again. I'm really excited to be continuing on here with my Tales of Illyria Destinies Let's Play. So if you recall in the last couple of videos, I was originally planning to try and build this Let's Play as a perma-death run. However, if you were watching, that didn't really pan out too well for me. So I got a number of requests to just continue on with it. People really wanted to see what content's in this game, and considering I didn't get very far with the first two videos, I've decided to just pick up where I left off and continue the entire game as is, just the way it was meant to play, doing away with all the permadeath stuff. One thing I should mention, when I was trying to get the save game files for this character, some of them accidentally got deleted. So what I did is I rebuilt the character from scratch. I have all of the same stats, though. It's exactly the same ranks that I purchased in town, the same number of provisions, the same different skill points, and the same different tactics for his combat. So nothing for the character has changed. Well, there are a few extra things that were added. What happened was I decided that in addition to playing the standard game, the first thing I decided to go and purchase the Mega Bundle, which has all of the extra DLC quest content. There's all the different guild missions. There's the Troll Treasure extra missions. There's the Hero Worship extra missions. There's the extra quest bundle. Some of this stuff really helps. It comes in more into the mid game and the end game. Some of this stuff you can start doing right away. So I figured I'd try and I thought some people might not know much about the DLC and are kind of on the fence about it. So maybe this would be an opportunity to showcase it as well and just show the full range of what this game was supposed to be. There are also a bunch of different equipment kits you can purchase, as well as you can get extra skills and gold. I will not be purchasing the equipment, the skills, or the gold, at least not for now. I might get the equipment later on in the game, where the equipment won't be too overpowered. If you buy the equipment kits early in the game, if you're having trouble grinding out the first part of the game, the equipment kits are actually a great buy because they can make things a lot easier for you. But I would prefer to purchase the quick kits like later on in the mid to late game, where my characters are more established and they don't just get a set of overpowered armor, but it's armor with a little bit of an extra edge for a high level character. That's how I see the equipment to be best used. But everybody gets their own preference. I certainly so we're gonna let me just take a quick look at some of the other equipment that I got to start. In addition to the extra quests, when you purchase the Mega Pack, you also receive an Arabian horse, which is very fast, along with a top-tier saddle to it. Normally, I wouldn't use the horse right away, as I think it's a bit of a big advantage. However, not an advantage, but I just like immersing myself in the game and having to go through the process of earning horses for all my parties. I just find the fun in that. However, in lieu of the fact that I'm doing a Let's Play video, I decided the horses are going to let me get to the content of the game much, much faster. So I'm going to start the game out with a horse, just so that it's not quite as tedious for you to play it out. And the last item that I'm going to be using that was given to me from this package, is the Threes rings, the Ring of Threes. The Ring of Threes is a special ring that comes with the Mega bonus that gives me a +3 bonus to all of my statistics. This sounds like a big bonus, and it is kind of in the early game, but the nice thing is that as you level up and the monsters and the combatants that you fight level up with you in the game, this Ring of Threes becomes exponentially less powerful. And the only reason I want to equip it now is so that when I go into combat mode, the combat isn't going to be very boring and grindy. Without the Ring of Threes, we could see a lot of combats where we could go as many as 10 times with each character trying to hit each other and miss. But with the Ring of Threes, we'll see a lot less of that, and it'll be a lot more streamlined. So I feel comfortable using it for now. That's the only changes that I'm going to bring up to the character. He's still from Torla. The same storyline is going on. He is going to be doing 2 different jobs, as the job skills for the Mercenary and the Magician's Guild all got reset when I restarted the game. But not the big deal. I'm going to be going for this Arcane Cloak quest first. I'll read it quick. You take a job, we will be giving you an Arcane Cloak. You will need to find the altar on the trail between Dal Gavest and Castle Alget, and place the cloak there. Then you must burn it. Under no circumstances are you to ever put it on, this cloak, or show it to anyone. Just travel to the altar and destroy it. That's it. Return to me for your reward. So all I'm supposed to do is take this cloak to a designated area and destroy it. That's all I gotta do. And then I get paid a pretty decent sum of money, which I'm desperately in need of because I only have 39 gold, so let's go do that right away. Just to show you on the map where I'm going, I am currently in the city of Vedalin, moving from the city of Vedalin to the city of Dal Gavest, and then between Dal Gavest, I'll go to Castle Alget, and then that little green spot near Castle Alget is where the cloak has to be burned. So that's where we're headed right now. Let's go on to our destination. And it looks like I already got a discernment check fail. Lone rat scurries onto the trail. It is easily the biggest rodent you have ever seen, resembling more like a rabid dog. It stares hungrily at you. So I faced this guy last time. This is always the first encounter as the rat. It gives you an opportunity. You should always just attack this rat and just kill it and get the experience points early on. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. And sweet, I got a nice insta-kill on him. Bingo. That's what the Ring of Threes is going to give me, is like insta-kills on low-level creatures like rats. You have defeated your enemies. Oh, and I got the level. Already start with a level. Nice. So I'm going to definitely pump my level immediately into Strength. And then I want my second level to go into Agility so that I have a lot more initiative over my next rounds. Later on, I'll put some characteristics into Intelligence because I want to be able to earn more skills. But right now, I'd like him to have some Strength and Agility. Let's continue on. So I'm continuing to move. Right now, I've got plenty of packing space, so I'm just going to try and harvest as much food as I can along the way. There's no reason for me to try and reserve. I'm already only up to 17, so I should be fine for now making my destination, especially since I'm traveling a lot faster here with the horse. And I'm hoping that this Arcane Cloak quest doesn't come with like some sort of ambush mission to it. That would be a little bit disconcerting. A man calls out as he approaches you. Okay, let's see here. Hello, excuse me, please wait. You pause to allow the man time to catch up. He reaches into his vest and removes a letter sealed shut with a wax stamp. This is for you. Please heed the message within. I searched far and wide to find you, Master EnnuiGoblin. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Curious, you nod and bid the messenger farewell. After breaking the seal, you read the letter. All right, let's see what this guy... Hail, EnnuiGoblin. We of the Hunters Guild have heard of your potential and would like to present a proposal to you. So this is the Hunters Guild opening. The Hunters Guild is one of the other... There's like, I think, 3 or 4 different classes of guilds that you can join with the extra missions. So this is just the initial quest starter, and it gives me the opportunity to go to the guild halls in, what is it, Etiel City? We will explain further. So the Hunters Guild is really cool. The Hunters Guild gives you specialized missions where you have to go hunt down super monsters, like big, strong, mythical monsters that get larger as you take on more complicated missions. So I'm definitely going to check these missions out as soon as I get to that capital. You consider the instructions and toss the letter aside. There's no reason to hold on to it whether you pay the guild a visit or not. Dang straight. Alright, invitation to Etiel City. We'll definitely check up on that later. Those hunter missions look like they could be very, very cool. And we got some rain. That's going to affect my morale a little bit. In fact, I'm going to camp right now and see if I can skip this rain. I understand you are carrying an arcane cloak for the guild. Oh, here we go. Alright, so this guy wants my cloak probably. How did you... Don't worry about that. I'm prepared to offer you a large sum of coin for the cloak. What do you say? You want me to sell the cloak? The man nods his head and holds out a large pouch of gold. There's easily close to 500 rands in there. So I could sell the cloak to this stranger for 500 gold, and it would be pretty easy money, but then I would screw up the guild. I wonder if that would screw up my guild mission, and I'd rather hold on to guild reputation, as these guild missions are worth a lot of money, and if I screw it up early on for 500 rands, it's probably going to cost me money in the end. However, if I do refuse, almost certainly this guy's going to come back and try to kill me for the cloak. So I gotta hope that I'm strong enough to beat him in case that happens. You know what? I'm going to hang on to it. I don't want this guy to have it. No deal. And I got karma for it. Alright, you know, the karma and the morale's kind of worthless, the karma's worth it, and if it keeps me employed with the guild, it's definitely worth it. In a matter of seconds, the man vanishes without so much as another word. After a brief moment of surprise, you continue on your way. Alright. So I hope I don't have to pay for that too heavily. I hope that guy, like, hopefully if they ambush me, it'll only be 1 or 2 guys and not like 3 or 4. I'm definitely going to need to find another party member before I can handle an encounter like that. Hey, you! You spin around quickly, looking for the source of the voice. Seeing no one, you slowly draw your weapon and step off-road. What are you, nuts? Put that stupid toy away and come over here. Your eyes dart around. You see no one but a direwolf, a tame dog, gazing down at you from a short hill no by. His master must be the hidden speaker, alright? I'm gonna go over to the dog, I guess. You walk over to the beast and crouch beside it, scratching him behind the ears. Is your owner around, boy? Nah, but you can keep doing that, buddy. A talking wolf? We're only like 40 minutes into this game, and there's like a talking wolf. I haven't even gotten to the first city yet, and I see a talking wolf in the game. Whoa, holy... Hey, pal, language, and don't act like you've never met a talking dog before. Alright, well, let's... I haven't seen a talking dog before. That's the problem. I've actually never met a talking animal, but what do you want from me, demon dog? Well, demon dog's a bit strong, dude. It's a video game. Come on. Demon dog, huh? Close enough. I was sent by my master to watch over you and offer aid. Gonna be a long and dangerous road for you, friend. You could use the teeth. I'm gonna take his aid just because I do need a second party member very badly, especially if I'm going to go handle this guild mission. I could always go for another pair of hands. Paws. Whatever. That's cleat. Great. I'll pack my things. Alright, so this looks like this wolf... Oh, cool. He's going to get me some money and food and water and supplies for him. Good. What do we got? 50 gold. What do you got here? 5 food, 5 canteens. It's enough to pay for his own way the whole time. That should be fine. He extends a paw, which you shake in hand. Oh, I like shaking a dog's paw. For real. With that, you set off the road, now towing this very strange companion. So it looks like this wolf is like the first giveaway companion that you're supposed to interact with. It looks like you can get a couple of different first interactions. Sometimes there's a thief that I think we saw in the last game, and it looks like this time my first interaction for a party member is going to be a talking wolf, who has a mysterious past that I know nothing about. I'm sure that won't come into play later into the game. Just kidding. I want to get to the city already and find this guy and burn this cloak. I'm concerned about getting ambushed, even with these... What I should do right now, actually, is change these ranks. Do I want the wolf behind on the side? Actually, having these two right next to each other, since they're both melee characters, I think having these two precisely where they are is going to work just fine for me right now. When I have somebody in range, I'll put them in the back with range attack. But right now, I don't have any ranged players, so having everybody up on the front line will give them better initiative. While taking new path through these hills, you find yourself in terrain where the ground is steep and particularly rocky. You keep kicking shards of rocks left and right. Ow, you got me in the eye, kiddo. Don't kick him in the eye. How bad is it? Can you still see? Bah, worst comes to worst, I'll just wear an eye patch. Then he'll be a pirate talking dog. Alright, do it. Now that would be something to see. Yes, it would. Arr. Pirate dog. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, pirate dog, I would pay for the DLC content on pirate dog all day, by the way. Please make that happen, little killers. I want a pirate dog in my game. And I don't want just like a talking dog that looks like a pirate. I want an actual pirate dog, okay? He's got to, like, sail on a ship, got a parrot, sing sea shanties, the whole 9 yards. Alright, here we are at our first destination. This is just a village, it's not going to be a city, so it probably won't have very much at it. Dusty streets of Dal Gavest are very different from its twin village across the hills. Highly agrarian, Dal Gavest is relatively quiet and peaceful. So just a couple things. Let's get to the well and replenish our water supply right away. Always a good idea to keep a full water supply. Make sure we always want to go to your chapels and pray to increase your Cardi Karma. Right now they're neutral, but that neutral will go up to at least well-liked pretty quickly if you make sure to pray at each chapel. And is there anything that I can buy? I do want to go to the tavern, just stay overnight. Oh, it looks like we're going to have an encounter in town. You stand at the highest point in town and survey the scenery. So many people, so many lies, so many different stories, and you know none of them. Well, geez, man. I know I'm lonely. I'm a guy on the internet playing video games. Of course I'm lonely. Don't remind me. Suddenly you are afflicted with a great pain, a desire to be one of the few stories that are remembered for all time, a hero of great renown. You wish to be a legend. Well, you just... That's overcompensating, man. Don't make me out to be some megalomaniac. Boxing me in, little killers. You're boxing me in. How many times before have you heard the song Agmar Red? I can honestly say 0, but let's get in character and assume a lot. Being sung in the taverns, inns and ale halls of the world, yet no one has ever seen the man 20-odd years. What feats must he have accomplished to become so famous? I'd like to look more into the lore, but I actually want to get moving on into the character. I know that the Agmar had something to do with like some relic in the lore. If you want, I'll put a link for the codex of the game if you really want to learn more about the game history. For those of you who are already play the game and want to learn more about it, just because you think it's a neat story. It actually is a good story, but I'm not going to waste your time reading it for the next 5 minutes. A time will come for you to not be famous, but you suppose that time is not yet. You're certain the opportunity will present itself when the world is ready for EnnuiGoblin the Great. I'm already great, guys. You know it, I know it, everyone else knows it. I'm starting to sound like a jerk, but that's fine, let's move on. Now that my ego has sufficiently been inflated, I think we're good here. Is there anything I want? Actually, do I need any food provisions? Oh, come on. You were just minding your own business when out of nowhere a parade crosses across your path. Why can't I get anywhere? You're forced to stand aside or be trampled by the assemblage of people cheering and blowing horns. From the looks of it, this moving crowd is trying to promote something. Like what? You'll want to drink at the Throbbing Noggin. Even the most seasoned of characters have themselves outmatched by the cryptic concoctions below. So it's an ad for booze. Okay. I can drink booze I don't need a parade to tell me to get drunk, alright? I get drunk for parades, or not for parades, or now you've got me all confused. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll drink when I feel like it. The parade soon passes you by, leaving you with the odd impulse to get a drink the next time. You drop by a tavern, who knows, perhaps adventure awaits at the bottom of a mug. Oh my god, actually, now I am thirsty. I need a drink just to wind down from all of that. Also, I want to rent a room and rest to make sure that my characters, you see that they're at 27 and 35. I want him to go all the way up to his hit points, so let's just pay the 10 gold and make sure that his hit points go all the way up. And what the hell, they wanted me to get a beer, I'll get a beer. I'm gonna get let's be fancy and get a brandy. Hold my pinky up while I drink it. 3 gold, hell yeah. Your spirits are lifted. I think I don't want to spend any more. A man and a woman are sitting at a table nursing their drinks. Nothing unusual, except for the topic of conversation. Something about buttons and tro. That's okay. No. Return to the bar. Alright, I think I got all my health points. And did I go to the chapel? Yes. I think I prayed at the chapel. Did I? Let's double check. Yes, I did. Alright, great. So we're good to go? Let's leave the village and continue on with our destination. So this cloak is here at this town of Algate, and that green spot is exactly where I want to go. So let's just auto travel to the town of Algate, and I should find the spot along the way. How much food do I have? 20 food should be enough for the two of us. I think the wolf eats a little less food, and I should be able to get... I have a fairly high hunting rank, because I spent a lot of money early game with like 50. I sunk like 50 or 60 gold in my hunting rank, so I should be fine. You see a man strapping a few logs together. Upon talking to him, you find out that he's preparing a raft to help him cross a nearby stream. He offers to teach you a few things about how to build things sturdily for 25 gold. How do you respond? What am I at? 4 out of 10? 25 for the 5th rank isn't too bad. Normally that's like, I think it's 35 for rank 5. So it is kind of a bargain, but I don't have a whole lot of gold left. But I am about to complete this job. Alright, let's take it. I always like discounts that you find in the wild, so let's just do it. Man teaches you how to tie several knots, as long as a way to lash the ends of the logs together securely. Alright, cool. I like that that's the level of detail this game brings, is that they don't just say, oh, your engineering level increases. No, they actually say, like, oh, you learned how to learn some knots, and then you also learned a technique for putting the logs together. I like that they add that little extra flair. It's kind of what brings this game to life for me. Alright, so should be coming up soon on the spot where I'm supposed to burn this cloak. And, is this it? After a few minutes of listening to the sounds of rushing water, you finally come to a river both wide and deep-looking. Directly in front of you is a man on a ferry raft, but the river offshore is open in both directions. So should I approach the ferryman, find a shallow area, build my own raft? I think I have enough engineering. You know what? I spent all that money on the engineering rank. Let's see if it's enough to build my own raft with it. Will I get the engineering pass? Deciding on your own handiwork, you throw a raft together using what is available. It doesn't look nearly as big or as sturdy as the ferryman's, but it might do. If not, there are always other options available. So let's see if I can do this. If not, I might just have to pay. I might have to pay for it. Let's see. Engineering check fails. Of course it does, because why would it work? Why would I spend money on a rank, right? Dang! You're about halfway across in your shaky platform when you suddenly regret your decision. The raft breaks apart as you plunge into the darkness, swimming furiously to reach the opposite shore. Great. Well, I feel stupid. What did I lose? Some money? Man, that's a lot of food. I don't mind losing, like, the gold already hurts, but oh, wow. I lost a lot of my wares there. That stinks. I lost all my wine, I lost most of my food, and I lost some gold and a little water. You arrive alive but exhausted. A number of your items were also lost in the swirling depths, but you must press on. You rise to your water-soaked feet and continue down the trail. So we'll have to really depend on my hunting to get me enough food to get me here. Here's the altar, though. You find the altar just off the main trail, right in the middle of nowhere. You check to make sure no one is around, and you set to placing the arcane cloak on the altar. You then take a torch from your travel pack and ignite it. And that should be burnt. As it burns, screams of terror and pain burst out of it. If you didn't know any better, you'd say the cloak was alive. Before long, the cries stop and the cloak is reduced to ash. That's not gruesome at all. This guy is all about fire and screaming, man. That's how this game started with this tour, the dude. A gust of wind picks up the ashes, spreading the destroyed cloak everywhere. Your job here is complete. Alright, seems simple enough to me. I wonder how much... I'm assuming I'll get paid somewhere in the neighborhood of like 200 for this job, which is not chump change. The Guild jobs are definitely what you want to try and work out on early game, so that you can build up enough funds and characters in your party that you could start to go do some of the bigger things and the larger pieces of the quest that the game has to offer. Alright, here we are at the city. The castle's walls stand proudly above the landscape as they have for hundreds of years. It is said that decades ago the keep was used as a rally point for usurpers against the old Hysperian regime. Castle Algets. Alright, what do they got here? Well, they got a lot of stuff. They got the Fighters Guild. They do not have a Mages Guild, of course, which means I can't collect my money. Dang! That's really annoying. Looks like I'm gonna have to go all the way back to the main city just to get to the freaking Mages Guild. Oh well. There's another Fighters Guild job for me to go hunt down. Maybe there's a Mages Guild in that area. We'll go check it out in a second. Let me pray at the chapel real quick and just get my karma up while I'm here for free. Let's make sure we replenish our water supply. How many canteens do I have left? I gotta check my supplies real quick. Because, yeah, I got the 20 canteens. Good. I have no water. Why are my canteens not filling? Alright, we'll have to check out on that. And I only have 5 food, and I have to buy wine again. So I lost all my wine and food. Fortunately, I still have some gold left over that I didn't spend in case of something stupid like this happening. That's for those of you who are wondering, you know, why can't I seem to get past the first couple of cities in this game? Always keep a small reserve of gold. You don't want to try and you want to be careful not to spend all your gold too quickly. It might be tempting to just max out your gold into everything, but chances are you might run into an encounter like this where you could lose a lot of your resources, and then you'll have to use your gold to compensate for what you lost, which is what I'm gonna have to try and do here. So let's go to the provisions. So how much food do I have here? I have 5 food. Okay. So I want at least 20. That's what I feel like. If I have 20 food, I feel pretty comfortable with my hunting skill. In the winter, I'll probably want to go double this because food's a lot more scarce. But for now, 5 wine. 5 wine for each of my characters, and 20 food should be just about what I need. And I think that's all. And then let's add, while I'm at it, not 10. Let me get 5 more canteens. I'm worried about. I'm a little paranoid about water. Oh, I only have 4 gold. Okay, so I'm already out of gold. Alright, so we gotta really make sure these provisions do not get depleted, or because until at least I've been able to collect on my mission here, because I'm out of gold. I think I'm all set here. Is there a tailor? Yeah, there is a tailor. Oh, awesome, sick. So I'm gonna sell my cloth goods. I was carrying this tunic around, I forgot to sell it. And I think that's all. Let's make sure we, oh, I'm gonna get stopped on my way to the well. Stop, thieves! A small band of men are rushing away from a screaming merchant, heading right towards you. It doesn't take much to figure out what happened. You step right in front of them to stop his retreat. He slams right into you, sending both reeling to the ground. His comrades swarm into you in no time. You know, it would be nice to have the option to not get involved at all, but okay. Fool, don't you know who we are? I don't care. They bear down upon you, angry at your interference. Alright, looks like I got an unescapable fight. And wow, ooh, these guys look a little tough. Alright, well, let's pause it up here a little bit. So this is where having a bit of strategy is going to come into play. I want my character to make sure I get a heavy attack with my wolf, and I have the option to go balanced or guarded with my main. I'm going to have my main character continue to go with guarded while he's hitting the main melee character, and then when he goes up against the archer and the archer and this staff guy over here, then I'll probably have him switched up to balanced. Right now, I'm going to have this. I want to focus down all my fire right now from both characters onto this one character. And then you'll see that this the screen, it looks like they got an initiative on me completely. So I'll just have to try and survive these 3 attacks. And it looks like he's going to start out with a shield. That shield might make things different, and that fire attack can be really dangerous. And I need to get some hits here. Okay, it looks like he's going for a double shield. Everybody's shielded now? That's going to make them really hard to get through. Oh, cool, but it looks like I got one down here. Bam! Down goes the first one. So when you get that first one, I'm going to try and... I need to get that archer down stat. The archer's got all the spells, and those spells are going to be really dangerous. So what I'd like to do is bring up my balanced attack to him, and then I want to make sure that my wolf is also focus firing. And you want to try and focus fire down opponents as opposed to spreading out your damage. Distributing your damage can be a problem. Hello? Are we good? What happened? Oh, sorry about that. I thought I glitched it out. I had to cancel an order there. And it looks like he's about up to half health. Let's make sure. No, I don't want guard. Sorry, I want a balanced attack on him. Now I should be able to get him with a kill. If the wolf goes up next, that's there. Yes, there's the kill. All right, and I should be able to take an attack. And now I'm going to definitely switch him back up to guarded. I don't want his hit points to go any further. And let's keep the dog up on a heavy attack. And that should be enough to make things work. Down goes the first hit. Come on. I just need one more hit here. He's going to go for a heal. Can you get that kill? Boom. There's the kill. That was a pretty efficient battle. Nice. That worked out really well for me. And I got a level on my Busarbra. Or no, Busarba? That's a weird name. Okay. I wish I could rename the wolf. Maybe I can. I don't know. I'll have to check that later. I don't think I can. Definitely because he has the heavy attack, I want the wolf to have another point of strength. And do I want his intelligence to go up? I do want his intelligence. Actually, no. The wolf is only at agility 1, and he was really, really slow as it is begin. When you couple that with heavy attack, which is traditionally a slower attack in the game, and you definitely want his agility to go up a point or two. Do I get any more levels? Nope, he's done. All right. And what did I get here? I got, ooh, sweet. These guys had a lot of gold on them. I got some wine, I got a brown hood, and 125 gold. That's not bad. I can definitely use that extra gold right now. When the thieves dispatch, the merchant hobbles over to collect his stolen goods. He thanks you and rushes back to his stall, likely not wanting to pass up any business opportunities. Psst, come on over here. All right. A rather unscrupulous character hails you from the shadows of a side alley. You pause for a moment to see what he wants. I saw all of that. Those men were some of our most talented mercenaries, if you will, and you stopped them like it was nothing. Clearly you're someone who can get a job done. Would you be interested in a little extra work? Yes, I would. You know, probably, maybe. Well then, I'm from the Thieves Guild. We're already looking for new employees. Alright, so this is the initiating mission for the Thieves Guild. No wonder it was an unavoidable conflict. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So the Thieves Guild is another one of the DLC side set of missions. We already saw that I got the letter from the Hunters Guild, and so this is my introduction to the Thieves Guild missions. What kind of work is this? I won't lie, some of it is obscure and strictly under the table-like, if you know what I mean. These are tasks entrusted with the Thieves Guild, after all. I imagine this guy might have, like, a Cockney accent, but, like, I don't know, for some reason I've seen this guy with a Cockney accent, but I'm not going to put you guys through the torture of listening to me to do pretend accents on the characters. I'll tell you what, if more people in the comments say they want accents than people who say they don't want accents, I'll be ridiculous. But I think I sound like an idiot if I try to do accents for the characters. I'll enunciate, but I don't know about accents. My interest is certainly piqued. Alright then. Keep in mind you won't actually be a member of the guild. You'll just be hired for the odd job every now and then. You'll be allowed inside our hideouts all across the country. You will also be afforded access to some of our amenities. Alright, sounds good. Man describes the various ways you can find the local Thieves Guild chapters across Illyria. Alright, something about going down alleys, finding a path of torch huts and something to the hideout. Alright, so when I go to a city that's got a Thieves Guilds, now I have access to it. So keep an eye out when you travel from place to place. Make yourself at home. Just know you will be observed at all times. Small safety precaution on our part. Yeah, like I didn't already know that. The recruiter slips away. With that, you now have access to every Thieves Guild hideout across the country. Boom, along with its perks. I think the Thieves Guilds have a couple of things. There's like we'll take a look at the Thieves Guild when I find one. Is there one in this town? No, there's not. So I'll have to travel to a town that does have one. So we'll go back to that later. In the meantime, is there anything else that I need from this place? Did I get to the well yet? I just wanted to go to the well when I got interrupted with this guy. So let's make sure our water supply is replenished. Do I really have all my water? I feel like, my water... Okay, I do have my 20 water. Okay, for some reason I thought I didn't have my water refilled. That's weird. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's see here. Did I go to the chapel? I think I did, but let's just do it again for good measure. Can't hurt. Doesn't cost me anything. And do I need anything from the Fighters Guild? I can't buy any items for my dog, for the dog character, so I think we're good to go. Wait, actually, is there any... You know what? I don't think I need armor for my character just yet, and I'd rather just hold on to the money. So we're going to hold on to the money and just play on anyways and move on to the next quest. So the next place I want to go to is this Actilion. Actilion, I think is how you say it. Actilion of Tortha, where the next mission is. There's something about... Actually, let's take a look at the mission just so you can see it. There's a Fighters Guild mission that I'm doing, which is Dead Pet, We don't normally handle these kinds of things, but a guild veteran has been had an unfortunate issue. His dog was killed by a local boy who bashed its head in with a rock. Both the guild veteran and the dog are known to be violent and mean, but we can't ignore his plight. He served for so long in the guild, he deserves our help. Please pay a visit to this boy's house in Actilion. Why can't I say that? Actilion, and make sure it never happens again. So basically, I'm gonna go beat up a boy who killed a dog. That's not dark at all. I feel like this is a good place to take a break then, and we'll continue on with the next piece. So you guys got a taste of some of the guild jobs here, a little bit of the taste of some of the DLC, and I think next time we're going to continue on with the Fighters Guild mission. I will finish that mission, cash in on my Mages Guild mission, and then I'm going to go check out some of the more fancier guilds. I want to go do the Hunters Guild mission next, and then after that I'd like to go try some of the Thieves Guild missions. So a lot of different stuff to try coming up later out on the game, so be sure to check it out next time. Until then, this is EnnuiGoblin signing off.